Computer virus is COVID-19 coronavirus. So virus is a term like these days is very common. So computer virus rely on some sort of a host file. So virus, I know, like mostly everyone understand now the virus is any of the exe file that is be run and run by yourself, and that can affect the whole system. Mostly in Microsoft we have lot of antiviruses are there, so that affect the system. So boot selectors, program executives, scripts, macros are normally done in the Microsofts. Now in the world we are using macros, and the macros I normally create lot of filters in our appliances, in our Palo Alto appliances, in which macros are being detected. So macros containing viruses. Infection rate, effective software exploit, effective at getting users to execute the virus. So normally again, the lack of training, the person should be trained enough that okay, if you receive any unwanted email, please don't open that email, please don't open that attachment. 90% next generation firewalls are stopping this, but if there is a zero-day attack, if there's something missed, so the employees should also be trained enough that they should not open any of the unwanted device, any of the unwanted attachment, or any of the email. So the payload is affected in the virus. Worms are similar to the viruses. They are also virus. They're worm, but they are triggered by themselves. They don't require any human interaction. So this is the core difference between worm and a virus. So the worm can be a time bomb, can also be there, that there's a time like after this time of a specific minute, that worm will be triggered, and that can exploit the system, and that can exploit the operating system, and that can affect the whole system. Propagate in a memory over network links, consume bandwidth. So this is important. When I back in at, back around 10 years back, maybe. So normally whenever we were at that time, 10 years back, there was not a huge technology Microsoft world. I'm talking about the Microsoft world. So normally when we used to troubleshoot any of the Microsoft computer or laptop at that time, so normally we check the consumption of the CPU. If the CPU is having like 90% all the time, so definitely it was hitting a virus. So you just need to reinstall each and everything. I'm outdated of Microsoft now, but you need to reinstall the Windows again. So that was one of the examples that normally we had. So guys, moving forward now, Trojan, bots, rats, backdoor. Trojan, one of the most important and one of the most important topic, but this is just contain one slide, but this is a huge topic. Trojan horses, you must have heard about Trojans, rats, Trojan, and a remote access Trojan. So the Trojan is a file attachment. It looks like a normal attachment. So you just click that attachment and you install something. You don't know that you have installed something, and it will not affect your system directly. It looks like that system is running fine, but there is a Trojan horse in your system. So, and that specific exe file, for example, that exe file is now installed in your system and you are unaware of it. So now what this exe will do, this Trojan will start working after some time, and it will open a backdoor. This is a backdoor will be open. A backdoor will be open for who? The backdoor will be open for the attacker, that okay sir, I have done my job, now it's your turn. So the backdoor is open, this door is open for them, and after that, when this door is open, over here the hacker or the attacker, a black hat hacker, guys, hacker will get into the system. Sorry guys, sorry for this, but I hope that you understand. So the hacker is now entering into the system now. This computer is affected now. Backdoor is open of this specific system, and now this hacker is reaching this system. Now this system is connected to lot of different systems now. There are, for example, the whole network is connected over here. So for example, there is 10 or 20 PCs. So now this hacker will control this system, and it will affect few more systems. So this whole system will be considered as a net. This is not as a botnet. So botnet over here, this is known as a botnet. I hope that this must be clear a bit, that just remember, you receive an email, attachment was there, you click that attachment, that is installed. You don't know nothing now. Now this attachment will open a backdoor. A backdoor is being opened by the hacker, for the hacker, and this backdoor is given access to this laptop. This laptop, now the hacker is in the network and this system is affected. Now this system is affected. Now this hacker will jump to this system and this system, and it will create its own botnet, or you can say zombies is also a term that has been used. So the term is known as command and control C and C or C2. So the whole network can be affected. So when you're done with this, when you create a botnet, so now what you can do, you can create a DOS attack, and that can affect directly your server. So botnet can be very dangerous. So a malicious program concealed within a Bing 1, many are designed to provide convert surveillances to control an infected host. Botnet, it looks like this. Backdoors may be opened by the malicious software or from the configuration oversight. So you cannot understand this, but that has been done like a lay person who don't understand the security, so they will definitely affected by system. And the botnet is very dangerous because it has opened the backdoor of the hacker and it is affecting the rest of the network. And the job is the C and C, that is known as command and control. So I am the boss now. So this is the one of the attacks you can say. Spyware, adware, and the keyloggers. So the spyware, guys, spyware is allow attackers to record system configuration and user action. So this is similar to the Trojan horse, but this is not creating any botnet. But what it is doing, it is creating a spyware that is being installed on your PC, and it is just spying your system and giving the useful information, just like similar over here using the backdoor, but it is not affecting or infecting other system, but it is just using the actions what that person is doing. How you can check? You can use just Google something and you just find keyloggers. Keyloggers are you will find some softwares. Actual keylogger is a software, so you can just check by your own self. You just install it. So whatever you type, so that typing would be saved in the keylogger, so you can just get the password. You can just check like the what that person is doing and what that affected PC or that person is using, some of the password or banking information, screenshots, and everything can be traced using the keylogger. So the spyware is just like the Trojan, but it is not affecting, but it is using a keylogger to get into the system, spy the system, get the user information, and get out. That's it. Don't affect anything, don't infect anything. Just use the system for the useful information. That's the spyware. Adware. So normally there is a pop-up in when you're using any Android mobile phone, or there is a pop-up and there's an ad. So never click that ad. That is also known as a hoax. So adware is a record some user activity, but to lesser than extent that is spyware. Use cookie to deliver targeted ads, and normally whenever you are clicking, so you just click some of the adware, so that can install some of the infected virus or malware. Rootkit. Rootkit is basically replacing key system files neutrally. I don't want to again go down a lot over here, but the rootkit is basically in a virtual network. There is also a rootkit that is installed in the kernel. So that is very, very powerful, that operate with the system and the kernel level privileges, just like the VM can be an example over here that replaces it. But rootkit is not affecting your network until and unless that has been installed by someone intentionally and they are using that system for intentional purpose. So that is directly connected to the kernel level privileges, and that's a very, very hardcore attack. Ransomware. Guys, must have heard about Wannacry. This was one of the attack late in 2016, I believe. Yeah, there was this was attack being done, Wannacry, and and that attack asks for some money. So whole network gets down, and one of the pop-up screen jumps in, and you cannot use your laptop, you cannot use your system, you cannot use your server, but this screen jumps in front of you, this whole screen, that okay, oops, your files have been encrypted. So that means now you have to unencrypt, or you have to give some money using the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a cryptographic currency. So you're using some of the currency and they will ask some money using cryptography. So you transfer some amount of money, and then they give your system back. So that is known as ransom. So they are asking for the ransom money. So that is known as a ransomware or a crypto malware. Nuisance uh, lockout user by replacing shell, serious encrypted data files or drive, and logic bombs. Logic bombs, guys, in the previously I told you about a bit about the logic bombs, that the logic bombs are similar, just like a worm. So but they basically are activated after some time, so they are also known as a time bomb and the logic bombs. So ransomware, crypto malware, and the logical bombs are there.